Are you preparing for your CSIR NET examination? And are you really stuck how to approach the preparation with the tips and tricks that you can get and that you can fasten your preparation with? Hello everyone, myself Diksha Shandile from Biotecnikans, and today I'm here to give you some tips and tricks that can boost your preparation for the Unit 1 of syllabus of the CSIR NET. So the first unit of CSIR NET comprise of the topic. The title is Molecules and Their Interaction Relevant to Biology. So the first unit of the CSIR NET syllabus is Molecules and Their Interactions that are relevant to biology. So the topics that are included in the first unit of CSIR NET syllabus are structure of atom, molecules and chemical bonds. The second topic is composition, structure and function of biomolecule. The third topic is stability and stabilizing interaction. The fourth topic is principle of biophysical chemistry. The fifth topic is bioenergetics and metabolic biology. The sixth topic is principles of catalysis. The seventh topic is conformation of proteins. The eighth one is conformation of nucleic acids. The ninth one is stability of protein and nucleic acid. And the last one is metabolism of biomolecules. So these are the topics that are given in the CSIR NET syllabus of the unit first. So these topics basically comprise of the biochemistry topics. These topics are really important for you, especially to revise, especially to prepare, because it comprises of many flow charts, comprise of many tables, structures, formulas, pathways. So in order to learn this unit, you need to have a faster strategy. You need to have a proper strategy so that you can refer, so that you can understand these concepts easily and you can fasten your preparation so that you cannot get stuck upon one single formula, one single topic, one single structure, and you forget of preparing anything else. So it's very necessary for you to remember everything that has been given in the topic that has been provided in this unit. It's very necessary to mug up those concepts, because mugging up those concepts will help you in solving the questions related to the Unit 1 of CSIR syllabus. So the first and foremost thing to remember all the concepts. The first strategy that I am talking about here is making personalized notes. So making personalized notes is really important, especially if you can't refer to a standard book in a short span of time. Let's say you are preparing and your exams are after a week and you are stuck on a topic, you don't remember the exact formula, the exact structure, and you want to refer to your notes or you want to refer to a book. You think what will be the better option, referring to a book or referring to your notes that you have been prepared. So in order to fastly approach your concept, in order to fastly go through the problem that has been raised in your mind, it's easier to go and to solve, or it's easier to go and see your notes that has been prepared by you. So in order to make a personalized note, there are certain points that are very necessary so that you can easily access the notes that you have met in previous time. So firstly, the first and foremost thing that you have to do is you have to start with the lengthy topic. So why I'm saying you have to start with a lengthy topic? So when you start your preparation, you are imbibed with a lot of energy. So once you start your preparation, you have a lot of time, you have a lot of energy, you have a lot of courage. So basically, once you are in a comfort zone and you are trying to solve questions, trying to solve the topics that you know well, will not help you in remembering those concepts later on, because you already know some of the topics, you are already good in certain topics, but once you go after, let's say, 6 months and you think behind, and you will think that the topic that you are comfortable with you are still having a better command upon those topics, but the topic that you were not good in, those topics are really difficult for you to start an approach to solve those questions. So especially if you are starting with a unit, especially Unit 1, you should start with a topic that is out of your comfort zone. So because you have a lot of time right now, so you can start with a lengthy topic, you can prepare notes, you can take your time, you can prepare notes of that particular lengthy topic. So basically at the end of your preparation, you won't find those topics that were really difficult for you once upon a time difficult, because you had given very much time, you had given a proper time in mugging the concepts of those lengthy topics. So it's very important to start with a lengthy topic. The second point is you should make bullet points. So you are not supposed to write a novel where you are starting with a point and you are ending with a period. So making a note, continuous notes will not help you, especially when you are referring to a concept immediately and you want the conclusion immediately. So in order to go to refer a personalized note, it's very necessary to make bullet points, so that even if something, some concepts, it stuck your mind, and some concept you are feeling you don't know, you need to refer to your note, you are turning the page and you are getting okay, this point. So suppose that I have made 5 points related to glycolysis, I can refer to the third point. So if I'm referring to the third point, I easily remember that in the third point what I have mentioned when I prepared the notes. Rather than starting from a point and then continuing my lecture, I have to look through those pages, I have to look through, read those lines and find the exact answer. So it's very necessary to start with bullet point and make bullet points, because making bullet point will ease your reference, will ease your referral to the concept where you will get stuck later on, and it will fasten your preparation. The third thing is you should prepare mind maps. So preparing mind maps, why I say you should prepare mind maps is because especially the time when you are sitting and giving the examination, your mind is filled with all the concepts that you have studied for all the units that has been given in the CSIR syllabus. So if you will remember the lines, if you will remember the lines that you have written in the notes, you won't be able to answer the question exactly at that time. So preparing a mind map is necessary so that you can think about, let's say, influenza virus. The question comes from influenza and you are thinking about the strains. Wow, you don't remember the strains. So you immediately read that mind map that you prepared once, and you can, okay, oh, these were the strains, I wrote it once. So if you are referring to those mind maps, then you are easily accessing yourself during the time of examination to the concepts that you made once. So making mind maps is necessary at the time when you are giving the examination plus the time you are revising. So during the time you are revising, you don't need to waste your time. So you need to prepare mind maps so you can easily refer to it and you can easily find the answer. You can easily revise all those concepts that you have been made as a chart or as a table through mind maps. The fourth part is use sticky notes. So when you prepare notes, you have a copy, you are preparing notes. So you have divided the copy in the certain units. You have divided first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So within you have made a separate copy for unit first. So when you are writing a note, so you are referring to a standard book, you are referring to a YouTube video, you are referring to let's say, note. So you are referring to a standard note, and then you are referring to a coaching note, you are making your personalized note. But what happens when, especially when you are revising it, or let's say when you are reading the topic from some other book, you will find some topics, you will find some points that you haven't mentioned in your personalized notes. So you need to mention it too, but you don't have space for it. So in order to gain extra knowledge, in order to add extra points that are especially relevant to your strategy, to your preparation, it's very necessary to add those points through sticky notes. So keeping your sticky notes is necessary so that you can just write those, jot down those points, and you can stick those points, especially at that space where you have written that topic, you have written the notes of the particular topic. So you can simply take that sticky note and stick or paste it at that place. So you will be having an updated idea about the notes that you are preparing. So the first point I have mentioned, the second strategy is emphasize upon formulas and structures. So in order to fasten your preparation, you should emphasize upon the formulas and structures, because formulas and structures are integral part of the unit first of CSIR NET syllabus. So formulas and structures. So first, we are dividing into two parts, formulas and structures, because these are two different things. So firstly, what you should do you should make a formula chart. Making a formula chart will help you in remembering those formulas that are important for your unit first. Suppose that you want to learn about pKa, how to solve Heisenberg equation, how to solve equation related to pH or PI values. So you have to, you are making a formula, for the dissociation constant. So you can refer to those formula while you are solving numericals. So you should know each and every formula in your mind. Each and every formula should be there in your mind, so that once the question comes, you can know which formula you have to implement to solve those questions. So for that, you should make a formula chart. The second point is you should draw appropriate structure. Drawing an appropriate structure is important. Suppose a Fisher model. So you are drawing appropriate structure of glucose, fructose, maltose. So this is necessary, because sometimes the question will ask, what are the linkages? What are the linkages present in amylose, amylopectin, glucose, fructose, maltose? So these questions, when this question comes, people get confused. Alpha 1 4, alpha 1 2, beta linkage, alpha, you will get confused. So once you have met those structure, once when you are revising, you are referring to those structure, you will easily know what are the linkage. Is it alpha? If it is beta, if it is a diastomer, if it is an enantiomer, you can easily refer, because you have met that structure once. So repeatedly, since your hand saw those structures, your hand made those structures, your mind will be very much active in while the question will come, your mind will get active that these were the structures. So you won't get confused between the alpha, beta, enantiomer, rotational. So you won't get confused because you have practiced it. So it's very important to draw appropriate structures in your notes, especially if you want your preparation to be done in less time. So these are very important. Third point is go for shortcuts. So sometimes the formulas are very lengthy, sometimes the structures are very lengthy. So in order to remember those formula, in order to remind those formulas and those structures, you have to know how to deal with a shortcut. So you should have a shortcut in your mind, not exactly which is wrong, but the shortcut which can help you, especially the time you are solving a question. So those shortcut will help you immediately to find an answer to that question, even if you're not taking a pen or a paper and you are solving it. So you should create those shortcut by yourself only. How to solve this question? Why I need to use a formula? Can I do this question without using a formula? So this will save your time. So you should make a shortcut for the formulas or the structure if that's possible for you. The third strategy is you should draw comparison charts. So drawing a comparison chart is necessary for unit first. As I mentioned, it has pathways, it has structures, it has certain topics that are really confusing. So you should have a comparison chart so that you don't get confused between two similar topics that are, really similar, or two pathways. Suppose that they will ask you about the ATPs or the NADPH that is being yielded. So you will get confused, 2 ATP, 38 ATP, 18 ATP, or NADPH, how much? Yeah, I forgot. So if you will think, okay, I forgot, at that time your question will go in vain and your marks will be deducted. So the first thing is, you should compare metabolic pathways. Comparing metabolic pathways, the energy yield, the amount of ATP produced, the catabolic reactions, everything, it's very necessary. So you should compare metabolic pathways. You should compare, let's say, glycolysis with Krebs cycle. You should compare oxidative phosphorylation with some other, suppose a fatty acid synthesis. So you should compare. So comparing will give you an idea. So you won't forget the details of the metabolic pathways. The second thing you can do is you can compare confusing structure and their mechanisms. Confusing structure. So there are very much similar structures that you will find while preparing for unit first. So if you are comparing those similar structures, let's say if you are comparing two enantiomers, so you are comparing. So basically you won't forget those comparisons later in the time when you are preparing and you are solving the question in the examination. So mechanisms and the structures need to be compared, because you will get confused and you might make a silly mistake even if the answer you know. So you should compare. The third pointer, you should differentiate between subsections. So differentiating between subsection. What does it mean? It means that you are, let's say there is a big topic. Inside that big topic there are several small topics, so you should differentiate between those subsections. Differentiating between those subsections will lead to your clarity about the subsections of the particular topic. So those clarity of the subsection that is given in that certain topic, you won't get confused that are these subsection together in just one topic, or are some sections are from another topic. So you have to know that these sections belong to just this topic only, that it doesn't belong to some other topic. So you should differentiate so that you won't get confused. The fourth point is you should have appropriate clue words. Suppose that you want to learn about polar amino acid, you want to learn about non-polar amino acids. So you will forget because you don't know which valine, where valine goes, where tryptophan goes, where serine goes. So you will get confused. What are polar, what are non-polar, what are positively charged, what are negatively charged. And once you get confused in these basic concepts, then gaining a broader concept is really difficult. So you need to have a clue word. Suppose that you had to VSK. So suppose that, let's say we are talking about positively charged amino acids. So let's say lysine arginine, LA. So you should remember, suppose Los Angeles. So lysine arginine. So you should remember these words. So you should make those clue in your mind. So you have to make clue as per your comfortability. You should make those clues in your mind. The next thing is strategy 4 is practice questions. Practicing question is as much important as preparing and jotting down the concepts of a particular unit. You should practice the question, because practicing question is a reality. Solving question is a reality. Gaining concept is a background work that you are doing. So basically your implementation is the question that you are going to solve. So you should practice those questions that might come in the examination. You should always practice the question. So practicing question can be first practicing unit-wise problems. So practicing unit-wise problems is necessary because suppose you are getting a question of Ramachandran plot. So first unit 1, so there are certain topics. So topic wise and unit wise, you have get first topic, there are certain topics in that in the first unit, and you are solving each topics of the first unit. So let's say Ramachandran plot. If you are solving the questions from Ramachandran plot, each topic of first unit, then you will be able to find the maximal number of questions. You will be able to solve the maximum number of questions because you know a lot of concept about Ramachandran plot now. So once a question from Ramachandran plot will come, you will get an idea about most of the questions, because the most of the questions you have already practiced because you were following unit-wise practice. Second part of unit-wise practice is you can know which questions are important and which topics are not important. So questions from a topic, what are important and what are not important, what topics are important, what topics you should leave. So you will get an idea if you practice unit-wise. The second thing is you can practice PYQ. So PYQ, again, you can practice unit-wise or you can practice year-wise. So both is very good for you. If you want to see how much you can solve questions in 3 hours of time, you can practice year-wise. And if you want to know the trend of the question, what all topics that come every year, you can follow unit-wise. So both of the strategy you can use based on your own comfort. The third point is you can solve MOOC series. Solving MOOC series is important because you will get an idea about the examination, how to approach the examination, how to finally sit and give the examination as per the module that has been given, as per the instructions that has been given, how to use your brain while answering the question, how to use your brain while differentiating what all questions you have to attend and what all questions you have to leave, what all questions you have to pick. So it's very important for you to solve the MOOC series so that you know, if suppose at section C you have to choose 25 questions. So among those 75 questions, you have to choose only 25 questions. Solving the MOOC series will develop ability in you, so that developing an ability will help you to pick the best 25 questions that are important for your scoring, that are important because you know about that question. So you can easily pick those 25 questions because you have been prepared for the question. It won't take time. So solving the MOOC series is also very necessary to know the pattern of the examination. The fifth and the last strategy is, which is the most most important one is revision. Nothing is possible if you study, if you practice, if you don't revise. So revision is important. Revision is really important when you are preparing for any competitive examination, because there is no limited syllabus. There are a lot of topics, lot of concept that you have to know, you have to understand, you have to remember in order to give the examination, and you can't remember each one of them. So at least you are getting the 80% of your preparation done. You are remembering at least 70 to 80% of what all you have studied will effectively help you in gaining a good rank and a good marks in the CSIR NET preparation. So especially for unit 1, since there are a lot of formulas, there are a lot of charts, there are a lot of structures, there are a lot of numericals, so you have to really revise each one of them. If you are lacking your revision, if you are not revising, the last moment the question come, you will forget the formula, and once the formula you forgot the formula, how to calculate a pH, how to calculate a pKa value. If you forgot, the question will ultimately go. There is no certain, like there is no continuity in that question. Either you will solve the question or you won't solve the question. You can't guess that question. So very much needed is revision. So you should revise. So revision can also, you can revise one topic a day. So also you can do one topic a day, or you can do half topic a day. So basically it depends on your ability, like how much topic you can cover. Basically it's not ability, it's how much of the topic you can understand without draining your mind. So it's important to learn effectively rather than learning quantitatively. So you should, I would suggest one topic a day is really good for like every day. Even if you're preparing unit 2nd, you should sit 1 hour at night and you should prepare unit 1st. You should at least pick one topic and just go through the notes, go through the mind maps that you have read. It will take 15 minutes. It will not take more than 15 minutes. The second thing is you can practice formulas. Practicing formulas is necessary because I have mentioned right now only you will forget the single line of the formula. You will forget the single value of the formula. You will forget the gas constant. If you forget even the numerical value of the gas constant, your question, you won't be able to attempt that question. The marks is gone. So you should remember. The third one is weekly cycle. So basically, weekly cycle means, let's say you are preparing for unit 3rd. During the weekend, you should pick 2 units from the previous week that you have prepared, that you have spent your whole weekend to remember the concept. You should prepare Saturday for 1 unit, Sunday for 1 unit. So basically, during the weekdays, you are preparing 1 unit, and during the weekend, you are revising 2 units. So basically 3 units you are covering. So you think, especially if you are covering 3 units, because if you are done the preparation, if you are done with the preparation, one day if you sit and you go through the personalized note, you go through the structure, you go through the formulas, it won't take more than a day to like revise. So you are done with writing your notes, you are done with making charts, diagram, comparisons. So one day is enough for you to just go through, because you already know about the concepts. So it's very necessary to schedule a weekly cycle, because in the case you are learning more units than the required ones. So it's very necessary for you to get knowledge from each one of them, so that you can remember the most out of the unit that you have prepared. I hope you have liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any query, anything, then please comment below and I can help you in making the video, or I can help you in any concept that you get stuck in. Thank you so much.